And we're live. Oh wait, not yet. Not yet. There you go. Now we're... What is it? Oh fuck. That's way... We're gonna try it there though, just to see what it sounds like, see if any complaints come in. Hopefully not. Anyway, sorry. I think we're already live. Yeah, we're already fucking live here. Let's get this shit rolling. How's it going, guys? My name is Man of Toast. Welcome to the bridge. We're back. It's been a little bit. I'll be straight up with you guys. Christmas is a busy season, or the holidays are a busy season. Everyone's celebrating whatever they're celebrating. It's pretty hectic, especially in the mainstream world. How are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty well. There is no Q post today as far as I have seen. It hasn't been for quite some time. But thought I'd drop this video just because it's been a little bit. We've all been busy. Don't expect a steady schedule. That is not going to be a thing that we're going to see in the near future. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm working on that's consuming priorities, consuming time, but it's all for a good cause. Here's to that. Anyway, on the business end of things, what's really cool is that Judicial Watch, for those of you guys who follow Judicial Watch, they went to testify a little while ago, and now we got some eyes on the Clinton Foundation again. We can say that, or it's been argued that there hasn't been a lot of criminal allegations being laid, or nothing criminal has been motioned to, I guess, but that's bullshit, because in actuality, in complete actuality, we got... It's interesting because they're talking about... They're blaming Trump for colluding with Russia, but we got Bill Clinton going out to do all these seminars and raking in fucking like $500,000 at a time, and I don't know if that was a hint to Russian collusion. I don't know what is, or if that isn't a hint to Russian collusion. I don't know what is. Still trying to learn how to speak again. Do you guys ever feel like when you wake up you just gotta learn all of your life all over again? Just a little bit sometimes. Anyway, so eyes are back on her. Thank God. She has a lot to answer for, and I'm ready to see it happen. On another note, things to keep an eye on while we have this apparent Q silence. Lead up to Christmas, I'm thinking. He's asking what we want for Christmas. It's looking like we're gonna get some cool shit on Christmas. I am putting my hopes on Antarctica stuff, especially because we got a little article that was released 11 hours ago by My Good Planet. They say Antarctic ice sheet crack raises global flood concerns. Fears of a catastrophic global flood have been raised since, yeah. So that's all well and cool, but the issue is, and if we were seeing these consistent raises in the sea level, yes, this is something to definitely be concerned about. But instead, what we're actually seeing is extreme droughts in some countries, and you can see this if you look up receding shorelines on YouTube, or any kind of phenomenon related video on YouTube. You're probably gonna see these clips of these shorelines that have just been like completely wiped clean of all the water. Like it's just receded like dramatically. There's like fish hanging out, a whole bunch of shit. And at the same time, we do have flooding. There is massive flooding, but what we're seeing is, instead of overall climbs in or sharp climbs in water, or water raising, we're getting drops and escalations, which suggests shifts in gravitation or gravitational pull or push or what have you. Gravitational anomalies are being suggested to cause this, which to me makes a little more sense. That's why we have that recorded phenomenon with the moon, but this is happening at a much higher rate, which is why they're putting out articles like this, like, oh, beware of all the flooding. Well, look at all the receding waters as well, because that could suggest a shift in celestial bodies, which also coincides with reports of Nibiru. I have a couple, or I was doing some research a little while ago, like yesterday, and we got a bunch of people that are claiming that we do have a legit spotting of Nibiru in our system now. Well, like visibly in our system, and if you look up in the sky, you're not gonna see it, and you're gonna say, "What the fuck? I thought you said that there was visual shit." There is. It's just coincidentally coinciding with something we have a hard time seeing in the first place. What I mean by that is, yeah. So basically, this thing is coming up from about what we would know as south. It's coming up south from the sun. So right now, if you look up in the sky, you're not gonna see shit because the sun is way too bright, and this thing is also either reflecting a large amount of light, or it is producing like a star significant amount of light. One of those two options, or some amalgamation of both, but it's making it so that when you look up at the sky, you're just going to see a big bright ball in the sky, and that's the sun, and that's all you can really acknowledge until it gets to be too close. And we're going to be able to see this fucking bright ass thing, like two suns in the sky, kind of reminiscent of Star Wars, very interesting. A big luminous object, which was also brought up in multiple religious texts, like when we have this general awakening or second coming, or second coming, we have reference to a luminous being, and of course now we're starting to get more information about how planets and celestial bodies are actually alive. We have there was a TED talk a while ago, or at least there was a presentation. I'll look into that more. You guys will have to look it up. I'll try to find it. I'll try to post it somewhere. There was like a TED. Okay, stop saying that. It was a presentation of of a professor that was like, "Oh, I have evidence to suggest that the sun is actually alive." And you're like, "What the fuck? The sun's alive?" And well, I mean, to put things in a box and say this is possible and this is not possible according to your beliefs as a human being, I think is a little ridiculous, quite honestly. I'm basically a speck of dust on another speck of dust that's floating around in an ocean. We don't know what's happening. We don't have the slightest clue. We're just trying to get our best approximations. And usually I find the more far-fetched you go, the closer to the truth you actually end up being. But anyway, so yeah, things to look out for. More shit melting out of the ice in Antarctica. more of these kind of articles coming out that are going to try to point your attention in other places. I find it interesting that they're pointing it to Antarctica, though, because then you're going to make people look at that, and you're going to see more findings on Google Earth of shit popping out of the ice, or like entrances that are appearing, what have you. Pardon me, I'm going to take a little sip of coffee here. It's delicious. Anyway. But on top of all that, on one of the higher, more extreme reports, I've heard about landings, pre-landings from Nibiru. That's right, beings on Nibiru, ETs that live there, that are coming to check out Earth. And we're getting landings, and apparently we're also getting retrievals, because apparently we got these Nibiru beings coming to visit here, already had people here in the first place, and there's been said to be, or to have been, and currently are going through military operations to clear these fuckers out. My best will to all parties involved, because I of course advocate for no violence, but crazy shit, you know, crazy nonsense, and there's a lot of it. There's so much of it that you realize it has to come from somewhere. There's no human consciousness that's sitting there going like, ah yes, and that's how this all fits in here. This shit, it takes all of us to come close to comprehending it, and that's why the where we go one, we go all movement is so important, because once we realize that we are all on the same side, then we can focus our attention on more pressing matters, like how AI is trying to take over the galaxy. What the fuck? There, I said it. AI is trying to take over the galaxy. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time. Man, I'm really glad I could get back out here and make this. Because it is a busy time of year, you know? A very busy time of year indeed. I don't know. I have a feeling things will start picking up. I'm working on a cartoon right now. It's gonna be shit. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. I'm gonna release this thing. It's gonna be garbage. I'm just trying to learn this new program, or well, a program, Krita it's called. I'll actually leave a link for that in the description, because that's a fucking awesome program. Actually, I'll leave the video that brought me to it in the description, so I can help the guy who released that, and you can get your software and learn how to use it a little bit at the same time, because there's a lot to learn. I've always kind of been art or interested in animation and art affiliated and whatnot, so I thought, hey, fuck it, I'll try it out. And then on top of that, I am working on pushing the next version of my novel to the public. Woo! That's gonna be fun. You can read the other one on Wattpad. I'll leave the description to the link below. You can read all this shit. It's gonna be great, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna take another sip of coffee as we close out.